Hi, bio friends. We are going to finally do your M&M lab today. Radiometric dating with your M&Ms. All right, so let's get started. You're going to need the lab sheets that I referenced. I copied them for you on your Google Classroom assignment. So this is the portion right here where you are figuring out what you need to do. Here's the procedure. First thing you got to do is you're going to grab your M&Ms, right? Then you're going to count out, form them out on a sheet there, count out 100 of those bad boys, just like it says, and place them all M side up. That's it. That's all you got to do. Step one. All right. Then you're going to place all your 100 M&Ms into either a cup or a Ziploc bag. It doesn't matter how you shake these bad boys. So if you don't have a Ziploc bag, don't worry about it. Just do what it says in the directions and pour them into a cup. So I'm going to pour my 100 M&Ms that I counted into a cup. And then I'm going to spread them out onto my white piece of paper like it says to do right here. Just follow the directions and you will be absolutely fine. We're going to say that the M&M side up is the undecayed portion of our M&Ms. You're going to do a little bit of background reading here. What that means is that we're looking at radioactive elements, the amount of radioactive elements, usually uranium-236, that are found in rocks. So a brand new rock, if we're just living in the earth right now, we all have a certain amount of uranium inside of us, right? Because we're just walking around in the earth. It doesn't help, it doesn't hurt us at all. We have a certain amount of that. And so what we're going to do is compare half-lives. We're going to see how long it takes to decrease by half each time. And that's what's called a half-life. It's how long does it take for the amount of uranium to turn into lead. So let me give you a brief description of what I'm talking about here. So if I have uranium, it's a really unstable element. We all know that radioactive material is not good, it's unstable, and it actually becomes what's called lead, which is super stable, right? Lead pencils, they don't become anything else. So we're going to compare, we're going to pretend that the M side up in our M&Ms is the undecayed portion, and the M side down is our decayed portion that has become lead. And we're going to decrease by probably half each time. Follow your directions. I'm just giving you an overview. All right. So bada boom, bada bing. Let's say I put all of my 100 M&Ms out, and this is exactly what they look like. 49 of them I counted, they are M side up, and 51 are the plain side up. All right. That is step one that we're going to do. And what I do is record that number, your class data table. Now here's the only tricky part. Because we're not in class and we can't compare our class data until tomorrow, here's what I'd like for you to do. So when you're recording your own data, record it off to the side, my data, and then we will take a look at it tomorrow and compare and create a class data sheet. But for right now, write it off to the side, over here to the left-hand side. So in the first run, we counted 100 M&Ms, okay? And I'm going to divide you into groups tomorrow too. Don't worry about that part. You're just recording your data over here today. Let's say that you got the exact data that I got. We're 49. Let me go back to this and show you what I'm talking about here. If these are the data that I got 49 that are M&Ms or M side up, 51 are plain side up. So I'm going to put my 49 back into my cup. So if I'm over here and I'm recording my data back where we were just now, right over here, I know, sorry, I'm using my finger to do this. So in the first run, we all had 100 because we should have counted out 100 M&Ms. In my first run, I had 49 that were M&M side up. And let's say then I put those 49 back into my cup and I shook them up again. And then I only had, after that, let's take a look at what our data could be after that. So I recorded those in my data chart table. And now of the 49, I had 21 that are now M side up. And those are going to go back in the bag for the next step. So what do I do with that 21 number? All right, here's what I'm going to do with that 21 number. Now I'm going to record. Remember, I'm back over here on the left-hand side. So my first run, I had 49 that were M side up. My second run off to the side, I'm going to put 21 that were M side up. And I'm going to put those 21 back into my cup, take those up, and leave the other ones, leave the rest of them that were upside down out. Okay, hope that's making sense for you. So each time I'm going to only put back into the cup the ones that ended up being M side up, which should be about half each time. So eventually I'm going to run out of M&Ms or get down, and I'm going to do all 10 runs. Tomorrow we're going to do this data chart and worry about that, and we'll fill in the class data. Today I just want you to get your data, okay? And once you finish gathering all of your data, then you're going to be able to eat your M&Ms. So once you completed your data trials, 10 trials, or you run out of M&Ms, go ahead and eat them. Make sure to share some with your siblings or whoever's at your house. We're going to share class data tomorrow. So literally that's all you need to do today is put them back in the cup, put them back in the bag, whatever it is you're using, either the cup or the bag. So I'm using either a cup or a bag to shake them each time. And then each time I pour them out and count how many are M side up. And I put it right next to the left on that data chart. And that is it, my friends. That's all you're doing with your M&M lab today. Tomorrow we'll gather our class data and we'll take a look at it and see what the data have to say. Read through your lab so you know what the heck we're doing tomorrow. It's not very complicated. We're looking at half-lives. So how long does it take? How many runs does it take to get a half of a half of a half of a half of a half? That means how many years. We're going to calculate half-life when it comes to dating fossils. And we're going to see how many years it takes for uranium-236 for half of that to become lead. That's how it applies to our evolution topic that we're looking at right now. So for today, don't stress. You're just capturing the number of M&M or M side up M&Ms you have for each of those 10 trials. It should reduce by half each time because you're only putting the M side up back into your cup or bag. All right. If you got any questions, feel free to email me and let me know. Otherwise, that is it, my friends. Have fun with your M&Ms and then you can eat them.